Hi everybody, welcome back to Small Caliber Arms Review. I'm Richard. If you'll remember a while back, I did a review on the Heritage Barkeep, and I mentioned in the video that it would be really nice if this thing had the bird's head grip on it. I think it would be really cool if they had one that was a bird's head grip on it. It would make it even a little more compact. Today we're going to do that. Before we get started in it, I want you to reach right down there or over there or up there, wherever it's at on your device, and hit that subscribe button. Now let's get these boxes opened up and see what's inside. Now if you'll look right here, I picked up another cylinder for it. This is the 22 Magnum one, and this one is called Aces and Eights. It's got card suits on it, and it is the 22 Magnum one, or 22 WMR, Winchester Magnum Rimfire. It says it right there. And we're going to put that in there too. But I really like the looks of these grips. I just wish it would have had the bird's head grip on it instead. But that's not a problem, because you can pick one of these bird head grip frames up from Heritage and it just mounts right there in the same spot. All you got to do is move 5 screws to get this thing on there. And let's take a look at the grips themselves. They come in this really nice little box here, the little window in it so you can see through it. They're put down in the foam there. Comes with a screw to put the two together. And these also are a pretty good looking grip too. They've got some nice checkering in there, a little bit of fancy work on them, really nice wood. Really nice quality too, nice finish on them and everything, and they fit on the bird's head grip frame just perfect. There's no wobble or slop in them or anything. They fit right down in there pretty snug too. There's a little pin right there that locates in this hole right here, and then the top cutout part there fits nicely up inside there, so it's really a good fit. We're going to get the grip off of there first. Get the right size screwdriver. It's a tiny screw that's down in there. So we'll get that thing backed out of there first. It's kind of a long screw, but it's only threaded in a little bit on the other side. Pull the old grips off of there. Now there are 5 screws that hold the grip frame onto this little revolver. There's 2 in the back here, 1 on each side of the hammer. There's 2 underneath it at the each side of the trigger guard in the back of it, and 1 at the front there. Now I would recommend when you take these out, let's take these 2 out first, because there's a spring underneath there, and we want to make sure that we don't lose that spring. We don't want to go flying out of there. So we'll get these 2 out, and keep your screws in the right spots. They are different lengths, so we want to make sure we get the right ones back in the right place. And there's a reason I'm taking these out in a certain order, and that's because I want to get them back in the right place, and I don't want to lose that spring underneath there. I don't want to come flying out. Plus the way the grip frame fits on there, we're going to put them back in kind of the same order. Take your front one out there. It's a little bit bigger head on that screw. And they're not in there super tight, and they don't really need to be either, so it's not like there's a tremendous amount of force holding these things on. Keep your thumb inside the grip frame there and keep a little bit of tension on it when you take these last 2 out. Take the one on the, I guess it'd be the left side, out of it first, because your spring is under the right side of the gun. And when I'm talking left and right, I mean the gun side. So we'll go ahead and get that one out of there. And then we're going to take this last one out, and you're going to feel the grip frame pull away from the frame of the revolver. It'll just be a little bit. It won't be a tremendous amount of force. All right, we got that one out. And keep it upside down like this when you do it, and let that up, and there's that spring we don't want to lose there. Get your old grip frame out of the way, get your new grip frame, the little bird's head grip frame, and just put it right back on there, just like that. And put your screws back in the same order you took them out, and it'll help get everything lined up in there. And once you've got it in there, just put it all the way down to the end. Don't tighten it real tight. Go ahead and get your other one in on this side, and I'll show you why I don't want you to tighten it too tight yet. In fact, you may even back off them just a little bit, because you've got screws here at 90 degrees and you want to make sure that you've got your holes lined up right. So we'll back it off just a tiny bit. I mean, not even a whole turn. And then we'll get the 2 that go in the back there on there. And then we'll go ahead and do the same thing. We'll snug these 2 down on there. Just snug is all they need to be. And then we'll go ahead and snug up these two on the bottom. And then we can go ahead and finish tightening down the ones on the back. And like I said, do not over tighten these. And then we can go ahead and put that fifth one back in there at the front of the trigger guard, or the front of the grip frame. And then we can go ahead and get the new grips on there. Now the screw goes in the right side grip and the nut is in the left side grip. Now that nut may not be pushed all the way down in there, so you may feel it almost like slip a little bit when it goes on there. But go ahead and put that side on first. Go ahead and drop your other grip in there and take and tighten that screw down. Don't over tighten it either. The nut that's in there is brass. It can handle a little bit of torque, but you don't want to overdo it. Give it a good snugging, make sure everything's on there right. It's not wobbly, it's not loose or anything. And there you have it. It is the Barkeep with the bird's head grip on it. All right, once you've got it all on there, go ahead and function check it. Don't dry fire it. You can with the safety on there, and you don't have to worry about the firing pin contact in the back of the cylinder, but it's not real good on that hammer block that's in there to do that, so it's really not necessary. You can tell if it's working right. If the cylinder rotates when you cock the hammer, it's good to go. It really shouldn't have changed anything as long as you got the spring back in there, you didn't take it out or anything, and it's all pushed back together the right way. It should work just fine. A good looking little gun now, I think. It was a pretty good looking gun before, but I just think it looks a little nicer with the bird's head grip on it. And if you have one of these already, you can go to Heritage website and you can pick up the parts and everything to convert your Barkeep to a bird's head grip if you want. But they are actually making the Barkeep with the bird's head grip on it now. A lot of people have said that they think it would look better with it, and I agree with them, but since I already bought one, I just went ahead and got the bird's head grip frame and the extra cylinder to go in there, and it's a pretty good feeling little pistol now. I still don't like the fact that you got to use the little rod to eject the rounds there, but you really don't have any choice with such a short barrel. You just cannot put a ejector on the side of it there. But this isn't something new. These have been around for a long time like this with the short barrel and needing something else to eject it. Shopkeep, Barkeep, whatever you want to call them. Colt made a few of them years ago, and I've been looking for the right one, but it's a good little pistol, and it should perform a little bit better with the 22 Magnums now. It'll perform the same. It's a good little gun. All right, anyways, thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review. If you could, hit this button up here to check out some of my other videos. Hit this button over here to subscribe if you haven't already. And thanks for watching Small Caliber Arms Review.